Happy day, friends, and welcome back. Welcome back to this sacred space that we have created and cultivated together. Even though you are where you are, and I am where I am, and everyone else is where they are, we are all here together cultivating this sacred space, carving out this sacred space together. And I am so grateful that we have that ability to understand that time and space is irrelevant to experiences like this. That we are crossing those boundaries. That as we are engaging in this together, no matter what space that we're in, we have cultivated this sacred space together. That we are holding space together. And I'm grateful that we get to have that experience together. And I hope and pray that you have felt that. I hope that you have experienced that you are not in this alone, that you are here with me, with everyone else who is engaged in this process, who is engaging in this journey. We are all walking it together, right? We are where we are physically, but in an ethereal sense, we are all joined together, walking through this journey. And so I'm grateful for that experience. I'm grateful to be sharing in that with you. Today is day 26, and we are continuing with devoting ourselves to God and truth. And I am just very grateful that we are all here committed, devoted to going deeper in what is true, what is real. And I hope that you have set the intention to really allow that truth to be the foundation for your life, to be the foundation that you build your life on. And I hope that you can see that being reflected through your thoughts and through the words that you speak and even through your actions already. I hope that you can see that already. I hope that you're witnessing and observing and noticing the subtle changes that are taking place within your mental body, within your emotional body, as you are devoting yourself to God and to truth, as you are devoting yourself to the essence of who you are, right? We don't want to get hung up on the word God, because that word and what it encompasses, what it entails, the energy, the essence is so much bigger than that word. Really, there is no one word that can really describe or that could really describe the essence of all that is, that can really describe that power and that energy. There really is no word. We're just human, right? And so our minds have to try and attach some word to that energy, to that power. And in our world, the word God is very familiar. And so, but again, we don't want to get hung up. We don't want to get attached, because at the end of the day, when we all leave this physical space and we are still a part of the essence of all that is, we are still dwelling in that eternal space. And in that space, there is no word being used. There is just the energy, right? There's just the power. And so we want to remember that as we're moving forward. Okay, let's settle in by taking our 3 deep breaths together, remembering on the inhale to create that tension in your body, squeezing everything together, toes, fingers, creating fists, the top of your head, your face, squeezing it all together, creating that tension all throughout your body. And then on the exhale, allowing yourself to release, allowing yourself to relax. I really want you to emphasize that sigh whenever you breathe out. Really let it go. Really let it go. Really let it all flush out of your system. Let it all release. Really allow yourself to surrender. Allow yourself to give it all up. A lot of times when we're moving throughout this process of healing, of transforming, of changing, we want so much to try and put words to what it is that we're feeling, but sometimes it's just in the breath. Sometimes it's just in the breath and how you connect with the breath and how you are intentional about letting the breath go. And so in this moment, I want to invite you to put it all in your breath. And whenever you release, whenever you let out that sigh, put it all in that sigh and let it all go. So close your eyes. We're going to take our 3 deep breaths in together to settle into this space so that we can bring all of our energy, all of our focus, all of our attention to this moment in time right here. Devoting ourselves to this present moment. Leaning into this present moment, letting go and surrendering everything else so that we can be right here. So we'll take that first deep breath in. And we'll sigh it out. Deep breath in, creating that tension in your body. And sigh it out. Letting it all go. Surrendering everything in this moment. Deep breath in. And sigh it out. Keeping your eyes closed for just a moment. Observing and noticing how you feel. Allowing yourself to witness, observe, and just feel. When you're ready, begin to open your eyes. I'll introduce the mantra. Again, we're focusing on devoting ourselves to God in truth, and the overall intention for this practice of devoted is so that we can really tune in to the essence of who we are, so that we can really begin to hear, so that we can really begin to recognize and identify that there is this internal space that I've been neglecting. How can I begin to devote myself to that internal aspect? How can I begin to devote myself to the essence of who I am? That's the overall intention for this practice, right? And because most of us have grown up, most of us have not, we didn't grow up learning how to identify that voice, right? And also I want to note here too that because we are devoting ourselves to God in truth, a lot of us, or some of us, may have grown up in the religious world, and we may have been taught how to put God before ourselves. We may have been taught how to put the voice of God above our own voice, right? Or we may have been taught how to put the voices of religious teachers and religious leaders over the voice of our own. We may have been taught how to put the words of the Bible over the words that are dwelling within us, the wisdom that is dwelling deep within our own DNA, deep within our bodies. And so that is the overall purpose for this experience, is to really to remember, right? The purpose is to remember, the intention is to remember that there is no voice greater than the voice that lives within me. There is no voice greater than the voice that lives within me that is wanting to guide me. And whenever I tune into that voice, whenever I surrender to allowing that voice to come first, when I put that voice first, when I put the essence of who I am before every other voice around me, even the voice of God, right? The voice that I learned, or the voice that I attached to God, which really is just the voices in the world that created the religious dogma and the religious rules. When I begin to let those voices go and I put the essence of who I am first, when I put the voice that lives within me first, that's when I can really begin to create and manifest a more peaceful experience for myself, right? Because a lot of times, the reason why we struggle, the reason why we struggle, the reason why we can't seem to move forward is because those outside voices are distracting us from the voice that lives within. Because those outside voices, we're putting those outside voices above our own, which is what a lot of us have learned to do. And so we really are here to remember how to, first of all, recognize that voice. And you do that, you recognize that voice by becoming still. Through the practice of stillness, you begin to recognize, you begin to hear that voice, right? Which is what we're doing here. And so, if struggling with connecting with that voice, if you were struggling with that connecting with that voice, then what you have been doing through this process, through tuning in, through being still, is you've been reconnecting with that voice. You've been reconnecting with that voice. You've been remembering that. You've been remembering that. That all the answers that you seek, they're within you. They're within you. And whenever you become still, you can begin to really hear that voice. And again, once you begin to really hear that voice and you begin to put it first, that's when you really begin to create a life that is truly authentic to you and to the will of your soul. Okay? That just wanted to be shared. So our mantra for today says, I am in perfect harmony with the essence of all that is. I am in perfect harmony with the essence of all that is. I am in perfect harmony with the essence of all that is. So take a moment to repeat that out loud, write it down, notice and observe, witness how those words resonate with you. I am in perfect harmony with the essence of all that is. Once you've said it out loud a couple of times, again, just taking note, just witnessing how those words resonate with you. Taking a deep breath in and sighing it out. So for today's meditation, we're going to go back to tapping. So remember earlier in the series, we were tapping on our heart space. So we're going to go back to tapping. So I'll lead us through some breaths. We'll say the full affirmation out loud, and then we'll tap a shorter version. So the short version that we'll be tapping with of the mantra is, I am in perfect harmony. So we're going to tap at the top of our head. So I want you to go ahead and take 2 or 3 fingers, or you can use all your fingers if you would like, and just start tapping at the top of your head, the crown of your head, and you'll feel the right spot. So just kind of tap around up there. feeling for the right spot. And once you've found it, just notice how that feels. Notice, witness how that feels. And then just release your hand. So we're going to tap with our right hand at the top of our head. With our left hand, we're going to go back to that space in between your collarbones, that where that U shape is in between your collarbones. We're going to tap with our left hand there. And we'll tap with our right hand at the top of our head, at the crown of our head. Again, you'll feel the right spot. And while we're tapping, we'll repeat, I am in perfect harmony. I am in perfect harmony. So you can leave your eyes open. Usually when I'm tapping, I'll start with my eyes open and then I just automatically shut my eyes, because then I can just feel myself leaning into that energy, right? And so go ahead and just allow yourself to relax. Just be here in this moment. We'll take a deep breath in together. And sigh it out. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. We'll repeat the full mantra together 3 times, and then we'll start tapping at the top of our head and in our heart space, and we'll repeat the short version of that mantra. So we'll repeat the mantra together. I am in perfect harmony with the essence of all that is. I am in perfect harmony with the essence of all that is. I am in perfect harmony with the essence of all that is. And then you'll start tapping, right hand to the crown of your head, left hand to your heart space. And we'll repeat, I am in perfect harmony. 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 One more time. I am in perfect harmony. And then you'll release your hands down. Close your eyes. Taking gentle, deep breaths in and out through your nose. And just notice how you feel. And as you're breathing there, gentle, deep breaths in and out through your nose, I want you to silently repeat to yourself, I lean in, I let go, I surrender. I lean in, I let go, I surrender. Bringing back in some of those earlier mantras. I lean in, I let go, I surrender. And then we'll take a deep breath in together. Sighing the breath out. Deep breath in. And sigh the breath out. And then start tapping again at the crown of your head, right hand at the crown of your head, left hand the center of your chest. And we'll repeat, I am in perfect harmony. 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 And then you'll release your hand down, taking gentle deep breaths in and out of your nose. Allowing yourself to just witness and observe. You are the observer. You are the one witnessing yourself. And then I want you to repeat to yourself a couple of times, I am here, I am now, I am free. I am here, I am now, I am free. I am here, I am now, I am free. And then we'll take a deep breath in together. Sighing the breath out. Deep breath in. Sigh the breath out. Deep breath in. And sigh it out. And then one more time. Right hand to the top of your head. Left hand back to the center of your chest and repeat. I am in perfect harmony. 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 This time repeating the full mantra as you're tapping. I am in perfect harmony with the essence of all that is. I am in perfect harmony with the essence of all that is. I am in perfect harmony with the essence of all that is. Release your hands. Eyes closed. Gentle breaths in and out through your nose. Witnessing, observing, receiving. Resting in the stillness and the silence. Resting in peace. Resting in the harmony. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. And repeat the mantra. I am in perfect harmony with the essence of all that is. Bring your hands into prayer position in front of your heart space. Begin to rub your palms together. Gently, slowly begin to open your eyes. And then slowly bring your hands to stillness. You are in perfect harmony with the essence of all that is. I am in perfect harmony with the essence of all that is. We all are in perfect harmony with the essence of all that is. So be it. Amen. Thank you, friends, for being here with me for this session. Thank you for being here with me for this journey. Thank you for being with yourself. Thank you for being present with yourself. Thank you for choosing to remember. Because as we all remember, that is what will create more peace and harmony in our world, as we are choosing, as we are leaning into the harmony, as we are cultivating harmony within ourselves. That begins to express itself outwardly. And as we're all doing that, the world begins to experience more peace and more harmony. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for being present. Thank you for choosing to want to live that out. I love you so much. I will see you tomorrow.